Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. It's Wednesday, which means it's time for a lucky dip. I already got all my items. I'm really on top of stuff today. I even had time to change my charity of the month because today is March 1st. So we're going to be supporting Red Rover. With every unique viewer, I'll donate 10 cents with a minimum of $10 and maximum of $100. So it's so nice because I usually forget about that at the beginning of the month, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I have to change my overlay and I have to change my panel on my channel, all this stuff, and then I'm like late, but nope, alright, right on time today. And I'm pretty excited for the items I got from my random number generator. So for anybody who has never watched one of these lucky dips before, what I have is a spreadsheet with all of my random art supplies that I've gotten from Art Snacks and Pigment and Palette, Mido in a Box, gifts from friends, all kinds of just random art supplies that otherwise are really fun but don't get used. And so this is my way of using them. I go on random.org, pull 4 random numbers, and then reference the spreadsheet, and then here's our 1, 2, 3, 4 random items. So this is obviously like 6 pens in here, but this is 1 item. So here's what I got this time. The first thing I pulled was this General's Color Text colored pencil in orange, and it's cool because my favorite pencil sharpener, which I got out to sharpen this, is the General's pencil sharpener. Well, for colored pencils I prefer this one. Anyway, so there's the first item. The second item I pulled was this, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It says made in Poland, so I could totally be mispronouncing it. But it looks like cutting. If it's Japanese, it would be cutting. I don't know. But I'll call it cutting because I don't know any better. And I didn't have time to look that up. Deco brush, metallic permanent marker. So the color is metallic pink. So this is really fun. It says shake before use, so I'm going to shake it. I've used this before. I mean, of course, when I got it in whatever box or whatever I got it in, I got this and tried it. But it's one of the few that stuck in my mind, like, this one's really cool. If I'm remembering correctly, it works really well on dark paper too. But because of the other items I got, I didn't pick dark paper. I just picked regular white paper. So here's the second thing. The third thing is very amusing to me because I have been using this all year on Mondays for my sketch, for my Inktober 52 drawing. So I've been using this a whole bunch, but I've never gotten it before for a lucky dip that I remember. So even though I'm already using it a lot, and lucky dips are about using stuff that doesn't get used, I'm still going to use it for this one. And the reason I use it is because it's so pretty. I don't know if it'll focus, but at least you can see the color. I love this color gradient from red, from like a orangey red down into black. This is like my aesthetic. So this is the third thing that I got, is Blackwing pencil. Something cool about these pencils, Blackwing pencils, is you can pull this out. And so this is an eraser block, and then you can extend it, and then of course you can replace it when it runs out. So I've got like a huge pack of like 12 replacement erasers already ready to go. Okay, and then the last thing I got is this click art set. Oh, Exie is here. Hello, Exie! How are you? Yay! So this is gonna be kind of I don't know what it's going to be kind of. But I've been thinking about, you said that you were designing t-shirts or something, and I thought that, I was like, I wanted to ask what kind of shirts you're designing. I've been thinking about it for the last 2 days, like, I want to ask about what the shirt designs that Exie is doing. But anyway, I don't know if it's anything you want to share yet, like, if it's done or what, but I was just thinking about that. So yay, I'm glad that you're here. I can finally get that off my chest, like, what kind of shirts is Exie designing? Oh, my title is wrong. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, I clicked the update, but I don't know if it'll update. I think it did. Well, hopefully it did. Yeah, what happened there, my title? Oh, it updated, thank goodness. I updated everything else, but I forgot to do the title. And then I put the title in to update it, and I forgot to click the button to submit. So it was like there waiting. Yay, I'm so glad that you noticed. Thank you. Oh, okay, so this last thing is the Zebra Click Art retractable marker pen. And these are kind of cool. I live in a really dry environment, so I don't know if it's true here. But the claim that I remember, yeah, okay, so I'm going to just read the back. Because I thought, oh, that's cool if it actually works. It says, Click Art marker pen never dries out. No more missing caps. The Zebra Click Art uses new ink technology which absorbs moisture from the air, which prevents the ink from drying out. It has water-based ink. Fine felt tip is perfect for journaling, blah, blah, blah. Retractable and capless. Never worry about losing your cap again. And available in 12 brilliant colors. And then it says, ink can be layered without smears and smudges, so that's cool. But yeah, the biggest thing is like, oh, it doesn't dry out. But I live in a very dry environment, so although we do have a humidifier in the house, so maybe these wouldn't, but I don't know. I've been keeping these little, they have these little stopper caps on them. Let me hold it above a white thing so you can actually see it. And so I've just been keeping that on there. Oh, I can't see it because of the purple. There it is. It's a very satisfying click too. It's very hardy. Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, Exie will be right back. I'll wait to respond to Exie's reply about the t-shirt designs. So yeah, this is the last thing, and it's always fun when I get a set as one of the items, because it's usually a set because it comes with a rainbow of colors. I love doing rainbow stuff. So, these are all the things. This is the book that I've been working from for how many weeks? I can tell how many weeks because if I look at the pose, I'll know how many. Oh, I think this is the new one. Oh, it's like a My Hero Academia pose. Oh yeah, because this one was awesome. This was also like My Hero Academia. Anyway, so for the past 22 weeks, and this week will be 23 weeks, I've been working through this book. And that means, oh, I did not realize this. I thought we were a little bit farther back than that. That means this is the second to last pose. There's only one more. Because there's only 24. Wow, cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to set that to the side for now, though. Because first I want to do a little swatch test for everything. And I'm going to sharpen all my pencils. Well, I say all my pencils, all my 2 pencils. Just to be sure that they're good and ready to go. So this is the 2-step sharpener that I like, where, oops, I dropped some shavings on here, but it makes this really long tip, which is super nice for graphite pencils for me, because you can get this really teeny tiny fine tip and do a really fine line, but then you could also hold it on its side and it's got a lot of space available to get a lot of stuff down off from the side. But this is going to bother me, so I'm going to get this little graphite shaving off. I like my workspace to be nice and clean. Okay, so I'm done with that sharpener. Blowing the little graphite dust off. Okay, so this one is all good. Just a tiny bit of graphite dust. There. Now, I love this General's one for these. And the only reason I can really think why I like it so much for these is because I like to keep them the way they come when you buy them. Like, some colored pencils don't come sharpened, and so that doesn't make a difference. But a lot of colored pencils come with this shorter tip. They're sharpened into this shorter, like, I don't know, it's just a shorter tip. And I just like to keep that. And that's how the General's pencil sharpener sharpens stuff, is that. factory style colored pencil tip. So, oh, the tip broke off in the sharpener. Okay, I gotta get my trash can and scrape the tip out so that I can sharpen it again. Okay, I hate when that happens. I have heard that that can start happening if you drop your colored pencil. Then even though the wood is fine, the core gets like fractured, and then that's why your colored pencils break off. I don't know how true that is, but sounds believable. So I always try not to drop my colored pencils just in case that's true. But I don't think that anyone has ever like dropped a colored pencil and then x-rayed it for fractures. Now, if anybody watching this knows of somebody who's done that, I would love to see that, because I think that would be super cool. But until then, it's just hearsay. But I think that there's no harm in believing it. Okay, so now I've got all my stuff sharpened. Yay! Let's flip. So I want to be able to move that to the page that I'm going to be working on. Well, the spread that I'm going to be working on, because I have been doing... Oh no, this one bled through. Ah, well, who cares? It's just a... This is just drawing practice, basically. Drawing and tool practice. That's what a lucky dip is. Well then, since it bled through right here, I'm going to put my sticky note over that. Usually I put it on the side, but... There, I put it on the thing that bled through. Oh, Exie is back! Yay! I wanted to tell you what my response to your comment. Because you said, I don't have a specific style. I design similar things my clients share with me as references. So that's cool. I've never heard of that before. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's too bad that you didn't get into that graphic design program, because that sounds like exactly the kind of thing to me. Well, anyway, thank you for letting me know about that. I just kept thinking about it. I was like, oh, I should have asked. It was I don't know why it was bothering me. Well, it's not like it was bothering me, but I just wanted to, I was curious. So, yeah. Yay. Yeah, this is a nice colored pencil. I like it. It has a nice... I have to work it a little bit, but it has a nice even coverage. And then, yeah, the lines are nice too. So this is the General's color text. I'll just put color text. That'll probably be enough to know what it is. Because I wrote the full thing right there, so I don't have to write it everywhere. What was the next thing? Oh, the deco brush. So let me shake this real good. Just want to be sure, because you can see, maybe the camera can catch it. Let's see. So you can see where the ink has separated a little bit, where it's light here and then it's dark here. And yeah, right here too. That's just probably where it's been sitting, so it's probably been sitting down on one side or the other in my storage case. So I'm going to shake it real good. Make sure to get as much as I can mixed up. Oh, Exie says, it's alright. I will have more chances to get in graphic design programs. Learning doesn't have an age. Good. Yeah. Yay, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, I was, it's like graphic design can be used for so much too. Like, even if your botany interest could be combined with graphic design as well. Like, there's all kinds of botany books and stuff that need graphic designers and websites and all kinds of stuff, so. Alright, I think that's probably good enough. Let's test it out. And I like that it's a brush pen too. It's so cool. I really like this. I really like this pen. So I'm gonna hold it up close. So it's still drying a little bit, but you can see. See if it wants to. Let me press the button. There we go. Okay, so you can see that little bit is still drying up there. But even in the dry spots down here, you can see like a silvery shine, but also the color. It's almost like it's separate, but together at the same time. I really like it. It's got a really cool effect. Boop. Okay, focus back down here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I wrote one myself. That's right. Haha, yeah. You can do the graphic design on your magical botany book. Oh, this doesn't want to stay on the end. Why? Well, whatever. Just put it back on like that. The next thing is the Blackwing, which we really don't need to test since it's the same one that's always on Monday on Inktober. But just for the sake of completeness. Yeah, I love this. It's so nice. Nice and smooth, even. And then, of course, now I've got the super sharp edge on it, so I can just go real thin line. Ooh, I had an idea, though. I'll do this with a colored pencil, too. Do a dark stripe in the middle. How well does it? And this is just, it's so nice. It just does exactly what I want with no effort. Now, the colored pencil might be harder because it's already such a light color. But it's doing a pretty good job, though. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Finally, here comes to me, this is the funnest part. Because it's so many colors. So many colors. I guess to keep things faster during the stream, I'm going to take off all these little caps and just set them over here so that I'm not taking them out every single time. But I don't know. Whenever people say, oh yeah, it won't dry out, but then I'm like, I live in a desert environment though. And then it does dry out, and I knew it. So, oh wow, it's a lot thinner than I thought. I expected it to be a much thicker line. It's almost like a thick fine liner. There's one of them. I'll just do the colors in order. We'll get this off of that one. And supposedly they don't smear each other, so I guess I'll try a little overlays for them as part of this testing too. Boop. Clicky pen is so fun. I love clicky pens. These colors are very pretty too. Very nice selection. Here's a purple. Oh, why is the purple out of order? Because the blue, it goes in rainbow order, but for some reason my blue and purple were, well, I probably put them in reverse when last time I used them. Another reason why I keep those little caps on is because I don't want to throw them away. I don't want to just create more trash, so I can keep them on there. Oops, I used the purple anyway. Whatever. I was trying to do them in order, and I didn't do them in order anyway. Oh, Exy says, today I got strangely so many works at the same time. Oh, wait to see 3 different clients messaging me. Wow. Well, I've heard that can happen. That it's like, it's all dry bones for months, and then suddenly everybody has an interest, and you're like, I wanted work for so long, and now it's too much work, and I can't get it all done in time, or whatever. But 3 doesn't sound too much. Hopefully it's a good thing for you, and not like a panic mode thing. Ooh, love the green one and the red. Yes, they're so good. These colors are really good. This is just black, but it's a very nice color selection. I wonder if they have other colors. I mean, I don't need more art supplies. That's why I'm doing Lucky Dips. I have way too many art supplies, but it's a really nice lineup. Okay, so I wanted to test what they said. They had a little flower drawing, so I'll do a little flower drawing too. Oops. That petal went behind that other petal. There. Okay. I did a little drawing. Well, I'll give it a second to dry to make it fair. Because it's not fair if it's still wet and then it bleeds. So I'm just going to fan it for a second. Though these don't seem particularly juicy. Looking at it at the side. I think that's probably dry. We'll do yellow in the middle. Let's see if it's true. Well, it didn't smear those dots in the middle. Do the green leaf. Ooh, I have an idea. I think it'll be fun. Just do a little blue, because it's like the blue sky is shining down. And then I'm gonna fill it in with green. Well, I'll do the stem first because I want to give the blue a chance to. This is really fun. Just doing it's like a coloring book page that I made for myself real quick. Yeah, I guess these would be good for a coloring book. I mean, they take a lot longer than like a Copic marker to fill in the page. That worked well, and yeah, the blue lines stayed intact. They did not move around. Let's make this. Okay, so, well, I used all the other colors, so what I'm going to do is do like some red is coming out. I'm like making this a lucky dip, but I'm just trying to test these, and this always happens. Good idea, good idea. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend it out. Well, not blend it, but I'm gonna put purple on top, but not entirely cover it because it's like there's also white in these petals. Why am I spending so much time? Because it's fun. I just didn't expect to be drawing a little flower today. Yeah, it's true. They do not smudge each other. So it's really good. Because now I can use... It's like I want to use these things. I'm like stopping myself. Like, stop. Don't use them on here. But I'll be able to like draw my picture with this, and then ink it with this, and then color it with these. So it's gonna be a super easy one. Oh, but let me write what these are. It's the zebra, so let's call it click art. Oh, how they stylize it, just as one word. Click art. Oh, they capitalized the A. I like to follow the brand's stylization for stuff. I guess I'll just put this box over here for now for putting them away later. Yay! All tested out. I guess I'll hold this up real quick to show the results of the little swatch test. So this orange color text is really nice, and metallic. You can really see the metallic when I move the book like this. And then just the basic, nice, my favorite, graphite wooden pencil. And then this line of clickable marker pens. And they really don't smudge each other. It's super nice. Okay. Oh, Exie says, nope, I accept it all, and I'm definitely underqualified for one. I said to her that I'll give it a try, at least keep looking for someone else just in case I can't get it done. That's a professional thing to do. Good job. Yeah, like, to be honest about it, but also to try, because you never know. You might make the thing exactly what they want, and then you also now have the experience of doing that, and so you have leveled up, you know, and now you are qualified. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. That's a really good... You always have a good attitude. Or at least, to me. That's... You always seem to have the right attitude for stuff. So, yay. I'm glad to hear it. I hope that all of the jobs go well. I mean, I don't know exactly what they are, but I hope that they're easy and that you enjoy doing them and that your clients are happy. Okay. Gonna look at this like My Hero Academia style. I mean, it could be any superhero thing, but I mean, come on. Looks, My Hero is like so big. Or at least it's big in my life. I mean, I'm wearing my All Might jacket again. Okay. So, this is pose number 23. The second to last in this book. And it's... Oh, wow. I just realized... Okay, side note. I just realized this is going to be perfect. Because next week is my last week of streaming before I go to Japan for the vacation that's been put off for several years just because of the pandemic. And so I'm finally going on that vacation, and then I'm gonna take the week after I get back off just because of in case of jet lag or something, and I just want to take it easy. So I won't be streaming for a month, and it's actually gonna be perfect because this is the second to last. So I will finish this book in time to take a month off from streaming, and then come back and start a whole new post book. That kind of thing is so satisfying to me. To finish it. Like if I had one last pose in here and then I was going away for a month, and I would be like, I wish I could have finished it. No. So awesome. Yay. Okay. Back to this. I've already spent almost a half hour just messing around. This one's called To the Rescue. I mean, not messing around. I was doing stuff. It says, about this pose, brave and heroic, perfect landing. Okay, so he's just landed. Head facing forward, left arm reaches back, okay, and steady on his feet. Okay, let's look at the little specific details. It says the left arm should be drawn considerably shorter above the elbow than below. Yes, that's because of perspective. Likewise, the left leg should be shorter above the knee than below, but still be sure the upper leg is wider than the lower leg. Okay, so this is shorter, but it still needs to be thicker because it's a thigh, and like the thigh is like a huge muscle, like one of the biggest, if not the biggest muscle. So even with perspective, it should still be bigger. This one says, the neck might... Oh, typo. The neck might be hidden from view, but it is important to consider its position and how... Oh, another typo. How it connects the head and torso. Yeah, so the neck would be like right here. Okay. Even though most of the right... Oh, yikes, there's so many typos in this one. It says right food. Okay. Even though most of the right foot is hidden behind the body, draw what can be seen in its natural position. So yeah, make sure, don't forget about this little toe right here. And then there's just one thing on this page. The flowing cloak further increases the dynamism of the pose. Yeah, and that does help it feel like he just came down. Even though this is a static, it's just a drawing. But the fact that the cloak has not finished coming down because of the air pushing up against it, that helps give the sense of, this motion. Okay. Well, I don't like having this. I'm going to readjust this clip. I put it right at the bottom. There, yay. Now it won't be on top of the pose. Okay, how am I going to organize my workspace? So I'd like to be able to show what I'm working from. There. I think that'll be good. And then I guess I'll put everything up like this. Oop. Can't really exactly see it all, but at least it's sort of visible. So of course the most obvious thing I'm going to do is just... Maybe I don't have to. Maybe. Oh, I'm going to not do the obvious thing. I'm going to use the colored pencil to do my basic sketch. Yeah. Try something different. Okay, so here's his head. And then the body is coming around, and here's his shoulder. And the chest is swinging up, and then here's the other shoulder. This won't be very easy for you to see yet, though, but hopefully it'll be cool by the end. It'll be a worthwhile thing to have done. Okay, and there's the rest of his torso going down into his hips. And then let's see, so the knee is actually sort of overlapping if you look horizontally with this shoulder. Okay, and then here's the thigh coming up over the top and then going down and then wrapping back around over to the hips. Okay, and I needed that so that I could place the elbow. So the elbow is right about there. Okay, so let's see, where are we? Okay, got the head here, and then the back, like the shoulder and the back muscles are coming out like that. Okay, now the knee, oh, I did the knee a little far, or I did that a little far in, so my pose is going to be a little bit different. There. And then the forearm of the back arm. The forearm of the back arm. What is this? His left. His left. It's right about there, I think. And then here's the, like, main part of his hand. And then a thumb coming down like he went, wah, like that. As he landed, wah. And a finger coming out. And another finger. But then they've got it sort of like this kind of hand. And then the pinky finger. Okay, that goes out like that. And then here's this one, which you can still see on the top and the bottom. And then the ring finger and the pinky finger. And the thumb is actually coming out towards the viewer a bit. There. Okay, now, so there's kind of a triangle happening here between the knee, the elbow, and the wrist. So, and then this is about the same size, I think. From the bottom of the elbow circle to the top of the wrist circle. Oh, they've actually got it a bit longer. Okay. I'm going to put the wrist right about there. That's probably good enough. Okay, and then the hand, the main part of the hand is flat on the ground almost. Since I've been watching Spider-Man the past couple weeks, it feels like a very Spider-Man-y hand, like this. This guy is just landing, though. He doesn't look like Spider-Man to me. Okay, and the fingers are also coming toward the viewer on this hand. So the other one, the thumb is sort of coming toward the viewer. This one, the fingers are. But the viewer is still above a little bit, so it's like at an angle. One, and then this one is doing, not all my fingers can do it. There's like this kind of thing where, I don't know what I'm trying to explain, but like when the finger does this and it's bent here, but it bends almost the other way at the lower one. That's what's going on with this finger in the reference drawing. This one's lame. It's like not all of my fingers can do it. Yeah, like this one just barely. It's just not flexible enough. Also, the pose during without details looks like the skin-tight Spider-Man suit. Yeah. Yeah, I could just make it Spider-Man. I won't do that, though, because I don't have a Spider-Man reference, and I want to do Spider-Man justice. But yeah. Yeah, it's not just the hand. Now that you point it out, haha. It's not just the hand. Alright, coming up into the wrist. There. Rah! Spider-Man pose. Yeah, when I do this, it's mostly all my fingers are flat. But it is more interesting if it's like I have to actively try to do this like thing. I don't know what this is called, where it bends the other way. Okay, anyway, so there's this triangle here. And the knee is almost right in between this one and this one, and making like a triangle shape. Okay, and where is this is coming out like right about here. And it curves around. Because yeah, when you kneel like that, your thigh gets like nice and curvy, so that's good. And then this one, okay. Okay, and then the what is this? The calf. The calf muscle is visible. And then here the toe is showing. Whew. Okay. And okay, last thing is this the front part of the leg, and I guess it's a little bit inwards from this, though I did draw this arm a little farther back than what this one is. So I will actually just go straight down like this and put it right here. So I'm looking at this circle and this circle to try to eyeball where this circle is compared to these two. But also keeping in mind that I did not draw this exactly the same. Okay, and he's got the front of his calf of the shin part. Well, that's not really the shin, the side part of his calf. There we go. And then this foot is doing the same thing as the hand, or just coming towards the viewer. So it looks a little short and maybe a little weird here because it doesn't have any shoe on it or anything to help show. There. Yay. Okay, now I'm going to get the face a little bit more done. I want to add these guidelines and also the jawline and stuff. The ears. And it's just barely turned, this head. Okay. Yeah, I think that's good enough to be getting on with. Start adding the outfit. Okay, I'll bring this over because I can't keep it on the screen, but I'm basically gonna just copy what I'm seeing here. It's easier instead of trying to come up with something. I think one of my streams last year, when I was figuring out what I wanted to do for Lucky Dips, I tried taking not only a pose book, but then like a clothing reference book as well. And then trying to combine that, but that was just a little bit too much for a little 1 hour. I think I was doing 2 hour streams back then, but it was still just a little bit too much to try to squeeze in. It takes a lot more effort and time to figure out. got his one glove on. Actually, I need to bring this way up higher. There we go. It's an interesting glove. This really reminds me of My Hero Academia. Because Deku has those gloves with those big supportive, I don't know what they are. They go cha-ching on his arm. I don't know what they are. Support item is what they're called. Just to protect his arms from further damage. Because he messed them up so much. Okay. It's nice. The way I drew the fingers already sort of look really big and bulky, so I don't really have to draw much extra to make it look like gloves. Oh, thank you. It already looks great. Yay! I really do, man, I know I say this every time, but I really do think this is helping me learn how to draw this anime manga style stuff better. Because it's been my favorite thing. It is really what led me to pursue a career in illustration. But for some reason it never really... Like, I'm good at copying stuff, but figuring out how it works takes a lot more effort than I ever put in, I guess. I don't know what it is. I guess that making fan art isn't the same as learning how to make a... make your own manga style. And that's something I never tried to do. I did try to make a manga once. I started making this story, but it was like way too much work. I was like, never mind. This is not what I want to do. I think I made like 5 pages, and it took me like months to get them done because I was just doing them for fun when I was in high school. I'm like, oh man, I can't do this. I mean, I could probably do it now, but yeah, I've already chosen a slightly different path. That doesn't mean that comics wouldn't be in my future. It's not like I would say, nah, I'll never do a comic, I'll never do a manga. But it's not what I'm actively pursuing. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Exy says, also congratulations on the DeviantArt thing. Not sure what it is, but it seems like a great achievement. Yeah, it's like, it's been so long since I started using the site, and I always wanted to get a daily deviation. It's basically that someone official from DeviantArt, like a staff member or somebody, features your art. And like, I always wanted to get one. And there are a lot more spaces these days because there are way more users than when I first started using the site. But I feel like even though there's more daily deviations than ever before, it's still like a real honor because there's more users than ever before. I don't know if the ratio has gone up. The ratio of users versus daily deviations might actually have gone down. I don't know if that's a number that anybody keeps track of, but yeah, I am so happy to finally have been featured. Because I've been on there. I think in April it'll be 20 years using the website. So, and I've been making art for longer than that. Like, you know, being inspired by anime art and making fan art and stuff. And I always say that if there's one thing I have, it's persistence. Like, I don't give up. I keep trying. I might try a different way, or I might take a break, but I just don't give up. And it paid off. It's finally paid off. So, oh, thank you so much. Thank you for recognizing. Yeah. Maybe it doesn't mean much to other people who use the site, but to me, it's like it's a dream come true. They're using DeviantArt for so long. Yeah, using this colored pencil is working pretty well. I just had to sharpen it because I've been using it so much it got a little dull, and I need it sharp for these little small facial features. His hair's flying back behind his visor thingy. This is also like My Hero Academia because it's got the little funny ears sticking up. I'm not saying they're copying it or anything. I just think it's amusing. Okay, pretty much all his hair is contained behind this visor. Okay, and then he's got this wraparound jaw guard, I guess you could call it, and you can see it a little bit on the inside of the visor here. And then it comes out over here, and it's coming down and across his jaw here. I'm trying to make it match on that side too. There. And I didn't even realize what this was until I started drawing it. I was like, oh, it's like a... I thought it was on his shoulders, but then I was like, wait a minute, this is going around his head. Okay, and then you can see the inside here. There we go. There, neat. I mean, maybe it's a half jaw. Yeah, the way I drew it, it's kind of more on the neck. Whatever, it's fine. There. Okay, what else? What else? So the cape, I guess I'll draw next. It's billowing up like this. And you can... Oh! There's a thing like I always have been noticing recently, where it's billowing up and you can see inside, whoop, because there's air. There's a pocket of air in here across his shoulders. Okay, so it comes out right about there and curves down. And then the other side covers up his shoulder. Whoop. Okay. Now, I guess for my drawing, the cape is just going to have to go off the page because there's not enough room to draw it as tall as it is. Whoop. That's okay, though. Okay, and then this one, it's like flipping inwards here. So you're seeing the underside there. And there's the same thing is kind of happening right here. You're using that wingo. I don't know what that wingo is, but I like it. It's a little white duck thing with a red beak. It's very cute. Wingo. And at least I can use these hatching lines to show that it is still flying up, even if you can't see them on my page. The edges, I mean. Ah, I see. So this needs to come down further like this. Ah, got it. Got it, got it, got it. Yes. Oh, I get it. Yeah. Wah! Wingo! Wingo! Maybe one day I'll make some. Oh, he a burb. Yeah. So cutesy. I like it. I love that funny little wingo. I suppose a wingo is just a gaming streamer, huh? Like most streamers do gaming, or they do like variety streaming. Ironically for me, I only have time to stream and I don't have time to watch streams. So I don't know much about it. It's very weird. Like my sister will talk about streamers and stuff. I'm like, oh wow. But I don't watch them. She watches them. And it's not like I have anything against them or anything, of course. It's just like, I'm so busy. I have so many things that I'm doing. These are very interesting boots. They go up around the kneecap. Maybe he has weak knees and they support the knees. Okay, and then the toe cap on the boot is like this. Man, I gotta hurry a bit. I'm having so much fun during this stream and I just realized it's getting kind of late. Well, there's like this stylization on here where there's darker blocks of color, but I think I'll just do that with the marker. I think that this is good. Like, I'm done with this sketch finally. Yay! So I'm done with this orange colored pencil probably. I was thinking that I will use this for shading at the very end. And then I guess I'll use this on top of these because these are not shiny. So I'll just put this shiny stuff on. Yes, not an art streamer, X says. Well, I would have a hard time to catch up if you would stream more than your current schedule. Also, it's really great to know the day you stream and stuff. Oh, I'm glad to hear that that is useful. It helps me a lot to just have stuff always be the same. Because I will forget. So, this is the story I tell everybody. It's a true story. One time, I kick-started a movie event. So I kick-started it, so I already paid money to make it happen. And then you had to pay separately to buy the tickets to go see it at the theater. And I did that. And then I forgot to go. So I paid all this money. I mean, at least I still supported the project. But it was like a one-time deal. It wasn't like a big Hollywood movie that is going to be playing all the time. It wasn't a complete loss because they then made it available on their website later for backers. So I was able to watch it at home, but from at that point on, I was like, I gotta do something. I can't be spending a bunch of money for tickets and whatever and then just not go just because I forgot. So yeah, I need the regularity of a schedule that's predictable. It's just like, just not going to the movie that I have tickets to. So yeah, I'm glad that works for you too. And the short stream, that actually makes me feel really good about my streaming schedule too, because I was worried that going to a shorter streaming schedule would be, I don't know, that people wouldn't be interested in it, in just a little short stream. But like the longer I stream, the more stuff there is to do afterwards, like uploading the video to YouTube, or it's mostly that because that takes so long. Yeah, and then it also takes a lot of space on the computer to save a long video, and plus it's just really hard to sit for that long. So I was like, I gotta change this up and change my schedule. Hearing that it's actually a good thing for a viewer such as yourself. Yay! I'm so glad to hear that. It's a relief. Whew. So I like streaming and I like making these fun pictures, but there's lots of other things that I want to do too. And I know a lot of people want to be streamers, like that's their main thing they do. But for me, streaming is just like it's mostly to like, I want to chat with people. I want to make art and share art and maybe inspire someone to try something. but I'm not that interested in being like a full-time streamer. Because what I want to do full-time is make my illustrated novels. But that takes a long time, so... Well, I know that you can set that up. So it actually says you don't need to upload videos to YouTube. You can transfer them from Twitch to YouTube. If you connect your YouTube account to your Twitch, just a click to transfer the whole stream. That I considered when I first set up my stream, but I had one stream, and it's only happened once, so maybe it's not that big of a deal. But one time, something went wrong on the Twitch end, and then my video was all messed up on Twitch. But when I went to the recording on my computer, it was fine. And I was like, oh, thank goodness. I mean, I guess I don't have to upload it and then I could just change it. Yeah. But either way, it's fine now. It's not like a big deal anymore. Because a 1 hour stream just does not take that much time. It takes like 20 minutes to upload the video, and then processing up to HD takes more time, but I can step away once that's done, so. Yeah, like maybe there could be a hybrid way of doing it. It's where it's like normally it's just click up from Twitch and just automatically does it. But also have the recording on hand just in case it is something wrong with it. And then also, yeah, like it only happened that one time. But I was like, oh no, I don't want that to be my only video with, it was so long ago. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember that something did happen and I was like cautious ever since. Using this pen to ink is very interesting because there's hardly any change in line weight. So it's just like I'm inking with a really fat pen and it's just not what I usually do. So like I kind of like it. I don't think I would change to doing it this way for my regular old drawings, but it's really fun to ink with a really, really fat black pen. There. Ah, and that click is so satisfying. Okay. Now, I've got to hurry because there's only 2 minutes left. So, well, luckily most of his outfit is... So let's see. I'll do yellow. I'm going to do some yellow on his visor. Makes sense to me to make it yellow. And I think for time's sake, I'm going to do a sort of scratchy kind of coloring. And not worry about making it all completely colored in. So there'll be like a lot of lines, but... Okay, and then his hair, I'm going to make his hair green. And I'll, even with the scratchy coloring, I'll still like do it in a direction that helps, what is the word? Enforce? Or support? Yeah. Help support the direction that the image is already suggesting. Oh, that means his eyebrows are green too. Oh, I like it. Oh, thank you. I like the line art. Yay! Yeah, these are very interesting pens to use. So let's see. Exy, what color should I make the cape? I was thinking red, but is that too much? Should I make it red or should I make it... What color should I make it? So I want to use each of these colors at least once. So I've used yellow and green. I mean, they could be used again. And maybe not black, because I use black for the lines. So should it be purple, blue, or red? How about blue and red? Ooh, yeah. Okay, how about this? Oh, like stripes. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I've got a great idea. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this. Blue and red stripes. And up off to the side. Whee! Oh, I think this is gonna be good. Good. I'm so glad I asked you. Good idea. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is very fun. Very fun. It reminds me of those ice creams that are like on a stick and they're like blue, white, and red. Satisfying click. Chick, chick. I'll do this one too. Wait, that's supposed to be the underside. Well, too late. I already did it. I had an idea anyway for the underside. I'll just add to it. I wanted to do the underside a different color, but maybe I'll do the underside as a combo. Glad to be helpful. Yeah, it is so nice to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. Get advice. Even for just a practice drawing like this, sometimes there's some decision to be made and there's no right answer, and that's what makes it hard. Okay, so, well, the only thing I haven't used yet is the purple, so I think I'm going to use the purple for the rest of the elements on his uniform, and he's just going to be a very colorful hero. Yeah, actually, I really like this. So now I'm doing the lines in a sort of angle to enforce the... Enforce is not the right word, but to add to the shape of the body. To give it a little bit more dimension. This one, roundy, roundy, roundy. All this stuff is round cylindrical shapes. Oh, this was supposed to be cape too. So I guess it'll be blue, since it's blue here. There. So they've got his stomach area being a color, so I'll make it purple too. Okay, still need to use this shiny pen And what is this? A graphite pencil. You can kind of tell it's the end of the day. I'm a little bit tired, it seems. My mind is slow. Ooh, I'm gonna make his eyes shiny. Shiny eyes. Woo. Guess I'll do like some stripes. Like shading, kind of. Because this actually goes really nice with the purple marker pen. Ooh, it covers up the black. That's surprising. Boop, boop. I guess I'll do a little, like, some decorative little dots and stuff. Mostly just to use the marker more. This brush marker. I'll do his little stripes. Gets a sort of Wolverine look on his on his outfit. There. I think that's good. Now just using this graphite pencil on areas that I want to look a bit more shaded. Or at least that I want to look more different, like stand out from the stuff around it. So I think it'll be shaded here because he's like leaning over, so his chin is shading, his whole head is like shading the front of his body. Ooh, graphite does not like going on this, on top of this metallic pencil. It's kind of sticky. Metallic pencil, metallic pen. It's like sticky on there. Weird. Okay, then we'll do a little shading on the thigh. Oh, and definitely this foot would be in shadow from his own leg. Oh, and I guess maybe there's a little shadow on the side of his face from his protective jaw thing or whatever it is. And a little bit under his nose too. Here, like his cape is casting a shadow on his arm, I imagine. There. I think that's good. I'm satisfied with that. I will sign this. 23. Okay, now I'm gonna have to turn these sideways, otherwise they're gonna roll right off my desk. Oh, okay. Well, perfect timing because I am just about done. Here is the close-up look. Hopefully, Xy's internet doesn't cut out before I'm done. I can say goodbye. I use the, let's see, colored pencil for the sketch underneath, and then this one, this click art pen to do the black lines, and the rest of the colors of the click art pens for coloring. Metallic pen on top of that, and then shaded with the graphite pencil. So that's it, the second to last pose in this book. So next week I will be back on Wednesday for the final pose from this book. And on Friday this week, I'll also be back for Chibi Friday, continuing working on my my little Chibi Chappy dog. So hopefully I see you then, Xy. But even if not, today was awesome. Thank you so much for watching.